Well, I was able to honestly to improve my communication skills. I don't talk like this before. Okay? Yeah. Definitely. I don't talk like this. I usually talk in the mirror, practice. And then I've become a quality analyst, which is a promotion, you know. We just usually become a representative and stop there and then stay longer, and I was able to apply at Chase, and not, you know, not all people will be able to pass interviewing Chase. So that's one of the highlights that I think that I can be proud of. Communication skills. What else? The companies that I work with. I don't know. Me myself, I did not believe that I will be able to work with U.S. clients. You know, I was actually working at McDonald's. Yeah, I was a working student. I did not include that in my resume because it's not relevant, you know. But yeah, I was a working student. It is not, and I worked there for 1 year, and it's just I thought that this job is not really for me because I keep messing up. So I think I'm an office guy, and here I am now applying to your company. Well, we only call customers if we think that the transaction was made by a fraudster or a hacker. Let's say, for example, we do outbound calls. Yes, so we identify it, and if we saw one red flag, that's the only time that we will call the customer. Let's say, for example, they don't usually send $100. They usually send $50. So that's a red flag for us. So we're immediately going to call our customers and ask them what is the reason, and ask some questions. Where is it going to? Is this the first time you're sending it to? What is your relationship with this with this recipient? I'm sorry. So yeah, that's about it. We just review it. We don't really record things because I think it's company policy. But yeah, we just review the history, the profile of the customer, and then we're going to call if it's needed. If it's not, then we're just going to approve the transaction and let it go. And those are the things I do. I just help my colleagues if there's time, and I'm going to do my own task if there is. And I like to innovate things. I made my own Excel file, which I was planning to share my tool to my colleagues for them to be more efficient when it comes to process. I like inventing things that will help me get my work easier. Basically, going to help me with notation, you know, because it will really save me time. And what else? We verify banks. Okay, we verify banks using routing number. So I have made.
Mag-ano kami, time lapse. Okay, tapos na po ang time lapse.
I've been using Excel since the very beginning of my BPO industry or BPO career. So I think I'm on the professional side now. But if it's counting and stuff, I'm not really good at math, to be honest. So financial is not really my niche, you know. So yeah, there's actually no difference between just being a simple employee in a company and being a virtual assistant. Okay, so you need to have a good customer service, and then especially you're working with the U.S. So there's a lot of language barrier. So the qualities that I think that you need to have is you need to listen attentively. You need to have an analytical and critical thinking, because these guys, they don't joke around, they don't mess around. For them, time is gold. So, and also you need to have good communication skills. That's number one, because you won't be able to understand each other without a good communication skill. And listen, you need also to have a good interpersonal skills, because you will be working with this client for years, or I can say whatnot, but you will be working with them, so you need to be flexible, and you need to how to adapt, and Yeah, you just have to be a great employee, be performer, do whatever you can to make this client proud because that's the reason why you applied for it, right? So I think that those are just the qualities that you need to. Well, we're talking about work from home, and that's actually the reason I wanted to work from home, and I have three reasons why I want to work from home. First is practical. You know, it will save me time, money, and effort. Okay, so rather than spending it in transportation or commuting from my house to Chase, I'll get to spend it with my family or do other things that will make me grow as a person. And comfort, you know, I just get to stay at home, wear my boxer shorts, and lastly is safety. I don't have to get up at night, you know, looking for a transportation that will let me in and go right to the office. So those are the three reasons I have. I am actually the one person that these people ask questions with. So I usually work on my own, even though I'm working with a team, because I'm busy researching, validating those information that I receive. But again, I believe I can do it. Clients are always busy. That's why they're hiring virtual assistants like us. So, and in our time right now, or in this generation, you can access everything you want in such a, you know, in just a swipe of your hand or your finger. So I can just look at YouTube, you know, to get some tips, and I'm also going to validate that if ever there will be a colleague that is working at HSVA as well that has the same line of business as mine that can help me before I delegate or check that with my client or with my boss. So well, I can say that I have the skills and qualities as a not as a virtual assistant but as a customer service, and that's what I'll be doing. It's just as you said, as you mentioned, that I'm technically working as a virtual assistant, and yeah, based on my experiences, I have the qualities that I think I'm a critical thinker and analytical thinker, I can say, and I am also very patient, which is one of the qualities that you need to have when you're working with a client that you don't know and a busy one. And I'm also a good team player. Okay, I love collaborating with people to achieve a certain goal or idea, stuff like that. Because again, I want to innovate things, so I usually listen. You know, I actually a good listener. You know, I listen to people's grudges or whatever they have, and then I'll make up something that will prevent us from happening that scenario again. So I think those are the things that I can be proud of, that I'll be able, that my client will choose me instead of the other guy.